so that we know how to take trades. For the sake of everybody, I want to do this. Let's say this is the box. I want to show something. And this is price. Sorry, we're going straight into work so that we won't spend a longer time in class today. I want us to really ask question if there is any question at all you are having, anything that seems confusing, please ask, otherwise you'll be lost. Now, what I'm showing you by this box is just price action. Always remember that the weekly template starts from Friday's closing price, whereby Monday is day one, Tuesday day two, Wednesday day three, Thursday day two, Friday day three. Now, if you have that, price have a way of behaving to confirm any of these days. So you won't just come into the chart and say today is day one. I'm only looking for sell. I'm only looking for buy. No, clear your mind. Once you come into the chart, ask yourself this. Are we trading in the box? Are we at the eye of the box? Have we broken out and are we coming to retest? Now, learn to wait for level, timing, behavior, price. Those will save you a whole lot. And that is what I want to explain here slowly so that we can really get it. So now let's get straight into it. For you to be trapped whilst trading is because you do not really understand this very thing where I'm showing you here. Someone from the group actually sent two Stacy's box video, which are really powerful. The 4-hour box. Now let's say price is trading outside the box. I'm coming. Let's go straight to it. Just a minute. Remember, you are free to interject at any time to ask any question. Please, I want to guide us slowly but steadily so that once we go straight to the chart any day, we will know what to do. And like I said from the last class, when I was talking about the mindset, and also try from the Discord channel from time to time, go through the mind over money section is going to really help you a whole lot. Remember first, every time you're coming to trade, always think this way. Marathon. Marathon is not started with a full burst of energy. Rather, you start slow. As it progresses, you start building momentum. So it is with Forex. So when you come to trade, the day you're coming to trade, shut down every social media, anything that will get you distracted, get it off the line, get it off the way, and focus. Maximum 1 or 2 hours, you're done. So what are you focusing on? The real key is being patient. Be patient and wait for your setup. Even though you've gotten a first red day or a first green day, there is a way at which price have to behave before you start taking your trade. Quickly, let's go straight into it. And after I explain this, I'll be looking at the trade I did take today so that you see how patient you should be. All you are doing is this. It's just like you're setting a mouse trap. You set the trap and you wait for the mouse. You don't set the trap and then go into the trap. No. So see what happened. Price is dumping. That is the 4-hour box. Price dump and it came into the box. is trading inside the box. When I got to the low of the box and mitigated the low, what do I want to see? I want to see price giving me an action showing me that buyers or rather sellers are being eliminated and then buyers are coming in. From the higher time frame, you could get something like this. But on the lower time frame, you see what will happen. You see price walking like this. What just happened? It simply means that immediately price traded to the low of the box, people that were, or rather, traders were coming in to find position down low for a sell, thinking since it has broken out of the box, it will keep on going. But what happened? First time it came, I came back again and gave you a clue that you should buy. But if you don't buy, what happened? You sell, market came back up and gave you another chance to come in. But with doubt, you might think this might be going down. And then you see price went high. From where? The low of the box to the high of the box. But when this matters a lot is your mainly when the market is most active. Don't just trade blindly. Trade when you know that the market is most active so that at the time you come into take place in an entry, the momentum is on your side. Most especially the equity are like for London, which I trade, and New York. So know this, once you master the box, your aim should be not buying high, rather you're looking for opportunity to what? Buy low and opportunity to what? Sell high. If it sets up in your timing window. And guess what? After you have taken one trade that gave you, even if it's 1:3, but because you know what you are doing, you can take this trade with size back to the high. You can also take this one back to the low with size. But what I want to stress here is this: you are not a gambler and you are not a machine gun. Understand that. Please get it again into yourself, knowing that trading is more of a long game than a short game. So learn to think long term, not short term. So if you're thinking long term, whilst price is coming down and you know you are in a box, what do? You wait. No matter how long it takes until it sets up, no trade. But what is wrong with retail traders is this: they can't just wait. Once they're in front of their system, they start clicking, and that is what gets you trapped. Because if you come into your system, you see the momentum going down. All you are thinking is sellers are in control, and then you go in, you are trapped. Now, if you look at this box, we're looking at the high and the low of the box. I'm coming. We're looking at the high and the low of the box. Price is traded inside the box and use the barrier of the box for our trade setup. What we have now is dump into the low for a pump into the high, then dump again. Beautiful. That is one kind of setup we will most definitely see virtually every blessed week, if not every day. So I will show you how to go about it, but let's go on. Another way price could trade, maybe before your timing window. This is a box at which you have identified. And price is trading the prior 4-hour bar traded inside this level. And you have gotten the high and the low. But sometimes price will break out. I want to show you something, please. That's why I said if there be any question, you ask me as I do the schematic before we go into the chart. So let's say this is it. We could see now, let's say price is trading I want to give us a clue, please. Listen and listen good. If you don't listen to this, you get trapped and you say, Stacy Box trading is crap, is not working. No, it's because we are not listening. Please, let me take this out first. Anything inside this box, anything inside the box is a trap. Did you get it? Hence the term Stacy said he doesn't like trading inside. Your chances goes up quite significantly around these levels, level, timing, behavior of price. When you also talk about levels, you also look at the round number. Price always respect the whole number. Why is it not showing here? I don't know what happened. Okay, great. Like you have the double zero, 25 peak box, 25, 25. Price respect that box. But I will show us how to go about it. Let's just master the 4-hour box first. I want us to really be a master of our craft. So I will tell you this. Anything inside is fugazi, is noise. Just like inside day is noise. How do you stay out of the noise? It's about looking how price behaves at the low and how price behaves at the high to get what? A sell high setup or a buy low setup. Now link it with your time, most especially the equity market trading time. Now let's work this. This is the box and price is trading. Let's say the last 4-hour bars was this. Then the new 4-hour bar, which happens to be the timing at which you are looking to trade, is opening somewhere here. And price goes and breaks out of this box. What do we have now? We have the range extended as in gold yesterday. I'll show you. So you see price started from the inside and broke out of the box. And now it came back to the low of the box. The new 4-hour timing is now trading. And price from the high of broke out of the box. It came back to the box and used the eye of the box as what? Support to continue in the direction of the breakout. What exactly are the three things price do? One, it trades within a range. Two, it breaks out, it pulls back, and continues in the direction of the breakout. Three, it breaks out and fails. Those are the behavior of price. So now you have to link this to timing. Otherwise, you will be trapped. Mark this. Don't forget. You're still working. Let me show you some more. I've shown us 3 setup. Let me show something again. Now, if you come into trading and price is acting up, let me show you this way. Is inside the box, for example, is walking to the low, is walking to the low. Just watch what I'm drawing. Is walking to the low. It's not yet gotten to the low, but it has given us what? Higher high, and it came back to the low. What did it tell us? That buyers are most likely now into the market. You see what it did now? This is a way of fooling you. This, you might not see it on the 4-hour bar or the 4-hour chart, but when you go to 15 minutes, you see all of this giving you a sign that buyers are in. And once you see higher high, what does it do? The recipe for what? For what? Dump and a pump. It shows you, gave you a clue to tell you that buyers might have come in and price went to the low and then mitigated the low and went back high. I'm coming. Now that is another clue. Same kind of setup if you are looking for the reversal, which is sell. But I want to show something. Now, when price comes to the low and you've seen your setup, all is in line, all is in place from the higher time frame, 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 4 hours, thereabout. And you are the eye there, and you're looking to sell. What exactly should you be looking for on 1 minute after price have gotten to this level? Assume that these swing points you've seen, they represent 1 minute bar from this high to the low. What do I want to see? I want to see introduction of a bearish momentum engulfing the bullish momentum. At this point, after you have done your job from daily chart, it will be safe to take your trade around this level when it engulfs it. And what happened is simple, is this. It is confirmed with all the time frame that this is now ready for the go. If you don't take your trade at that point, what I want to still see is let price come back to that level and respect it and then engulfs. That could be, that could be my trade. I want it to be clean. Once it comes and gives me momentum and is at a high and all is now in place, I'm taking my trade from the high. Minimum take profit is the low. How do I mean? That means buyers were first trapped and then the high was locked in. They tried to fool more buyers to come in and then price dumped. Did you get it? Now let's go quickly to check out how today play out. You find out that all I explained through the schematics, you find out that it's just the same thing that is happening over and again. Which trade did I take today? This, okay? In the morning. I'm still gonna. But before I go on, please, do we understand any of all I explained using the box, the 4-hour box? Do we understand? Okay, beautiful then. Let's get straight to work. See what happened here. From higher time frame daily chart, all we know is this. Price gave us day 1 breakout, day 2 breakout, day 3 breakout. Good. I wanted to talk about this and thank God it sets up. Day 3 breakout. And now it broke out to the high, giving us clue that now buyers are in the market. But price pumped to the high and is dumping. Why? Let's look at it. Please, I don't want you guys to be trapped. Oh, awesome. Let's take out the high. That's good. Okay, let's go straight to it. Let's look at monthly first so that we can. If you don't or you can't see clearly before placing a trade, I'll beg you, go to the next instrument. Keep going next until you are sure. If you are not sure, please don't trade. I could even put it this high. Still okay. One push, two push. No, it's going to top push. I don't know. So there's that. So one, just want to mark the levels. For the new student, please, what I'm doing is just these bars I'm marking out, though I've explained on the recordings, so it won't be difficult. I just want to guide us some more so that we won't be having trouble or guessing whilst trading. But before I go on, I want to ask again, please, is there any question regarding the schematics, the drawings we just had? Is there any question at all? Because if you don't understand the box, trust me, you will struggle. Big time, you struggle. Okay, no question, let's go. So see, those are monthly bars. Monthly bars. I'm not going to the daily chart just to have a closer look at it. Let me see, someone is asking a question. Okay, DJ, please, can you go ahead, ask your question? Hello, DJ. If you have any question, please go ahead and ask. I'm waiting. Okay, so let me just look. Okay, great then. Yes, not to worry. I'll be going there. I'll show you. I saw your question. I'll be answering it. I'll show you. So now let's look at this is the daily chart. But these lines at which I'm drawing, they represent the high and the low of previous months. Just like you have the high and low of day. So those are the levels I'm drawing. They are really important. Remember, first green day and first red day, they only will be quite effective when they are happening at the extreme. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. Then let's go on. Yeah, is it? Which ones? Okay, these are ones. High and low. I don't have to explain that. It's something that you know already. High and low of previous months. I just drew the level to see how price going to react when it gets around that level, just like how we have the daily levels. So that is us. So now let's see what happened. The information we have here now is price dumped from when? Which month is this? From which month is this? September, October, November, dumped to November, gave us higher high and is going high. But where did the dump started from? Look at it. It started from here. So it's dumping down. Now we are coming into the day of us trading and see what happened here. Remember I said something that first red day or first green day, they happen and is preferable at the extreme. The extreme I mean is high of month, low of month, or high of week, low of week. Now, good, let's look at this. So, what happened is price traded to the high, and when it got to the high of November, rather December, it broke the high, and the next back closed back inside as what? First red day, similar to what? Failed breakout. And see what happened. This happened to be the first trading day of the month of January. And these are, let me just make it this way. This is the high and the low of the first trading day. Okay. This is the high and the low of the first trading day. I want to show you what I did and why I took that trade. And I closed at where I closed. Let me show you now. So price is trading yesterday. See, before yesterday, it's dumped. You could see now it's dumped. Look at structure point. Let's look at structure points to help us. Please do this before you start taking any trade. It's going to help you well. Look at structural point. Price is going higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Until this low is mitigated, we are still in a bullish momentum. Higher high, higher low. So definitely we are looking at this low. So now it broke out again, give us higher high. Where's the low? Yeah. Are you seeing? Just look at it with me. This is the low, and this is the high. But when we got a breakout here, this became the low. Did you get it? This became the low. Until this low is mitigated, we are still in a bullish trend. Are you getting it? You see what happened? Price came and it mitigated the low. That is the first time at which a swing point, let me put it this way. I want to draw a line to use to explain that. Look at this. I will show you this slowly but steadily, and by His grace, we'll be able to get an understanding. Just a minute, please. I'll be back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Let's get busy. So sorry. Let's put on my electricity. So let's go on. I want you to really look at this. This is what market does. It's giving you, if it's in a bullish momentum, it will be giving you, you can write this down. Whenever market is in a bullish momentum, it will keep giving us series of higher highs and higher lows. Listen again. When we're in a bullish momentum, all we get is series of higher high and higher lows. Once we are in a bearish momentum, we have a series of lower low and lower highs. So what we have now is, this is a swing point. It was broken. When it broke, look at what price did, because we are in a bullish momentum. So once we are buying and it gives us a setup to buy, look at the kind of bar that came out. Is because these become an impulse. Going back down is called correction. Impulse again, correction. Now look at the low with me. This low wasn't mitigated. This low wasn't mitigated. What is it telling us? It's forcing buyers to buy high. They are taking price high. This was the last lower high after the higher high which we saw here. Price is always in a box. Every swing point and swing high is a box. But at this point, even the daily and monthly levels you are seeing, it's also a box. That is why we're drawing the lines. Look at, for example, let me take this one to the side first. I'm coming. I really need to explain this to us, because if you don't understand structure, the gospel truth is this: we will suffer. And I don't want any one of us to go suffering and guessing. And tomorrow you say, Stacy Bork concept doesn't work. It does, but the point is this. When we come into it and we start thinking about first red day, first green day, and the templates, we forget about the main thing that price is doing. That is why Stacy will keep on saying it. That price will always do three things. It breaks out, it pulls back, it continues in direction of the breakout fail, or stays within the high and the low. So every swing high and swing low, even on 1 minute chart, is the same thing. Remember, price is fractal. It's a minute, please, I'm coming. I've not started working on my chart. I'm trying to set my system. I don't know, my lights is just not good. Okay, it's steady now. Okay, let's work. So I'm trying to pass this information to us so that we really understand. And I'm going to show you guys how I took the trade today and yesterday so that you will be out of the noise. Whilst others are guessing, you know what you're doing. And the good thing about it is that if you cannot wait for price, remember, even though price is going high, with our understanding of day count, templates, and signal days, even though we're in a buy program, we can still see some good opportunity to sell high. I'm sorry, I don't know why my light is, my electricity, I don't know. I'm just going to fix it. Just a minute, I'll bring it to you guys. Why now? What's the shit? Just a minute. I don't want to just talk. I want to show us these things so that we can see them. Once you can see them, you can never unsee them. That is the truth. So please bear with me. Okay, I'm back again. Bear with me, please. Okay, so let's look at it again. If you are struggling with structure, you will struggle all through. You won't even know what you're doing because you just be guessing. But look at this. I'm starting from this level. Let me even do it this way. Let's come here. Look at this now, going low. Let me expand my screen. I didn't plan to go this way, but whichever way, as the spirit leadeth, as long as you guys are getting understanding, that is what is more important to me. If you can gain understanding, you're fine. Okay, yeah. Now, if you are ever looked at the market and you're guessing where the market is going, like Stacy would say, oh jeez, this thing should set up. I want to walk. Sorry, just a minute. Let me fix this thing on so that I can walk. You're messing up today now. Please, in the name of Jesus, walk. Stay like that. In the name of Jesus, I can stay. I'm talking to electricity like electricity. I'm like, hey, please don't be. Okay, let's go back to it. Now let's look at it. I'm not going to be going as I used to train. I never planned going this way, but I have to, so that all the noise will be out of our head. Now let's get to it. We're going to look at daily chart. We're going to look at oh, sorry, you have the video for daily chart, but I want to build structure so that we know what structure is. I see it, but I know most people have jumped into Stacy Box concept and have forgotten the big picture. And the big picture, I will tell you again, structure is king. If you don't have a clue of exactly what the market is doing and you go into it, trust me, the market will beat you blue back black. Now let's go to it. See from this level, price started falling. Oh, where did I drop it? Let me keep it upside. See what happened? When price is going high, it started coming low. It created a low. Remember now, when price is coming down, the low became weak. So we have a structural point after the lower low was created. Look at it. We have pump, lower high, lower low, pump until this high is taken out. The momentum is bearish. Did you get it? Until this high and price dump, correction, impulse, even though it has taken out the low, it went high. Where is the high of this swing point? This is the high. Where is the low? This is the low. And what happened? We went high without taking out the high. And then we dump, giving us in on the inside, lower low, pump. And then what? Dump. We broke the low. Let's keep on going. It kept going down. Same behavior with lower time frame. Price broke the high. Did it? This is not a high. So price, let's look at it very well. So price traded high and then came back down, went high again. But remember, the last swing point we are seeing is right here. So all this is definitely inside this move. Now, lows are being mitigated, but at this time, low was not mitigated. That means instead of price giving us lower low, breaking this low, what happened is stalled and then broke the high. What did it do? Broke the high, giving us higher high, higher low. You could see the way the price turned around after first green day. Went high in the month, gave us first red day, coming back down. You could say first green day, but now broke the high and stayed high. And I started going high. What you should be looking at now is this. Where is the low? Where is the low? The low is being what? Lifted high. Remember that. The low is being lifted high. And once the low is lifted high, even though this gave us low, but this low is still higher than this. Watch what happened. Now the low was taken out. What is happening? Just a minute. What is this limit behavior? Oh, please, sorry. For the new student, this not happened before. I don't know why it's happening like this. Sorry, but let's keep going. So see what happened now. Mm. This is the low. Look at it. The low was now taken. When the low was taken, that was when we now got a push back up. Remember, most we say this is first green day. What is happening? Oh. So sorry, so sorry. Oh, Jesus, this shouldn't shake. Okay, okay. Oh, help me. Okay, let's go into it. So these are things you have to first of all look at before you start saying first red day, first green day. So we have price going high. You could see momentum is going high. See what we have here. Let's look at the low here first. Let me show you something. This is the W formation, but is what? Shortened W. The eye of the W, which is the anchor point, was broken and price went high. Now, what do we have here? If you look at it very well, look at this. I will explain to you what W and M formation actually means. It actually means that if there be a break of the anchor point, what is showing you is just a change of momentum, shift in momentum. Now, what we have here is we have price coming from the high, giving us the first red day setup. Look at it very well. That is first red day at the high and gave us series of opportunity to sell high if it presents on the lower time frame after first red day. And we have now not only that we have 3 days of breakout traders, we have 4 days at which market dumped. And also look at this level. This is also another swing point. But now we have a break of the swing point. I'm not so satisfied for this same price is going high. But if there be an opportunity presents for me to buy, why won't I? So what we have here first is price is going down. Definitely at one point we will get something like this. What does it mean? Correction. Price might easily keep on going down, or it might continue going high and break to this level. I don't know yet until we'll get there. But see what happened today. Let's look at today's trade. When price dumped to this level, I'd already marked my level coming into today, which happens to be day two. So what happened is this. Price mitigated the low for yesterday. Look at this. And one thing again we have is this. The price closed again in breakout. What bar the price break out from? That bar? Are you seeing? Before this happened, the higher had not been taken, but price is going low. Let's go back to 4 hours. Please, any complex regarding the temperature, or rather structure, let me know. I'll be able to do my best to show you. But I will tell you this, why I like this style of trading so much is no one can fool you or lie to you. I always say that. That is why I love it. You can actually see it. So you can see now price closed in breakout. That could be a trap, which actually was a trap with this move. Did I know yet? I didn't. All I saw was price going high. And I even did this, something like front side to back side. Price is going high. Only that price failed. But what do I, before it failed, when I came trading, I had price first closing breakout. Now, DJ, you were asking about the 4 hour bar. This is where I will show you. Not to worry, we explain this more. I just want to show you a trade I did take today. So you could see when price opened, this was where it opened and it started going high. It started going high rather, and it created the last box, the last 4 hour candle before your timing window. I usually want to look at the high and the low. Our price is going to react around that level. This is it. This is the low of that bar, right? And this happens to be the high of the bar. And this happened also to the closing price here, right here. That's closing price. So now let's go on. See what happened now. When price opened in my section. It opened and it was trading in this box. But now price came and took the low. Immediately started coming down, and I already drawn my high and my low. I went to 1 hour just to see how price is behaving around 1 hour. So this happened to be the lowest point at which I could identify before London section. And what price did was, he did only, you could see like this very box I drew, which happened to be the lines you've seen up there. Look at it. These are this low and this high. But if you look at it very well, you see that the low is actually this. This low is just make this is the box, right? But this is the level definitely I'm looking at where price could take a turn. And that is the swing point. And see what happened. This happened to be the open of the London market. Price traded low and mitigated the low. 2 o'clock, what happened? Gave us higher high, came back again and mitigated the low. Let's go back to 15 minutes. Don't worry, I will explain all of this clearly to us. So you see, now this is our box. The low and the high. This is the box. So what I'm looking for now is, now let me explain something to you. You might say this 4 hour bar is the box. No, no lies, you are correct. But if you look at it real closely, you see that the first box, which happened around the Asia trading time frame, was from this low and it wasn't mitigated. And this happened to be the high, rather. Let's look at it. This high happens to be the high. Then New York, or rather, um, London section opened around this place, 1. So you could see that means it opened inside the Asia trading bar, this level from this low to this high. That is the lowest point at which I think price traded for Asia and the gap time and Asia. And see what happened. Price started trading around 1, mitigating the low from Asia, and then traded down. See what happened. What I was explaining to us when I was drawing the schematic. See what happened. Price was going down. Like I told you, master your structure is going to help you a whole lot. See what happened. Now price is coming down and mitigated the low. It went high. At no point did the eye mitigated. So when Sue opened and took out, is this Sue? Yeah. When Sue opened and took out the eye of 1, is a clear view that they are trapping who? Sellers. Sellers are forcing themselves to come into the market. But immediately price got to this level, look at what happened. Price went high, and then before the equity market opened, gave us higher high on the inside. Please let me put a pause. Any question? Any question? You can unmute yourself and ask if there be any question, please. I want us to take this slowly but steadily. Okay? Let's get straight to it. So price dump giving us now. You could see it. Why did I say this is higher? Why didn't I call this higher? I'll show you. Let me show you. Let me use this to really explain. This is a swing point. You could see went high again. And this is a swing point going lower than that. Therefore, this is lower high. After lower low was created first here, we have lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. What happened here? The high was mitigated, giving us lower high, lower low rather, and then giving us higher high. you could see that even at this level, there was also a box. So it's always happening, pattern within pattern, and took out the high. Awesome, let's go on. Any question you could ask me, please? Just unmute yourself. Took out the high, giving us higher high, then closed back in breakout. Then the next bar closed inside this bar. Immediately where I took my trade, immediately price opened the next bar and waited for price to mitigate the low of the inside bar. Where's the inside bar? Learn to wait. Look at the inside bar. Around 330, the low was mitigated. What is my reason to say I want to buy this trade? Because buyers have been introduced into the market, equity market around 330. Price got this low. This was how I took my trade. It won't wait for you. So immediately it took that low. Immediately it took the low. I don't just jump in. I explained something to us. Remember, we have already established that we got an higher high from where? Higher time frame, 15 minutes bar. So what happened there? Higher high, and we have price coming back to the low. I wouldn't just jump in. No, I wanted this low to be mitigated. Look at this bar. Is the last bearish momentum. Everything in here is traded inside. So you won't say this is the lowest and then this is an engulfment and then you start going in. No, that could have been a trap. And price came down and gave us another bearish candle which went low. What I did was I just did put my line across and say if I get any candle closing above it, timing, level, behavior of price, what do? I take my trade. This is peak formation low. You can see immediately I got to this level, I took my trade right here, immediately closed above the bearish candle. That means sellers have been what? Trapped. And you could see I was targeting previous days. I sent this on our, our channel. Once you take a trade like that, look at this should be your break even. You could see that is why you see so many lines on my chart. No, I'm hunting. I'm waiting until it is ready. I'm not going in. I just wait. Around 2, if you wanted, you were just a little bit under pressure. Why? Because there was no clear cut higher high. But when it presents, it came back down, gave me reason to take my trade. And there we go. Please, any question? There's no question. Let me run back to a trade I did take yesterday. Then I will explain step by step how to go about this so that we are not caught in the minutia, in the noise. Let's go. Even there's a trade I took today, I will show us not to worry. Nothing hidden, everything bad to us. Okay, let's get back. This stuff I just showed you, before I go marking the daily level, let's walk with me, looking at these lines. These lines. Just look at them with me. Please look at them with me. Walk with me. I'm not trying to figure out direction. I'm waiting. Okay, I'm sorry. This very trade. You wonder, okay, I took my trade and it started going back down. I didn't even see what happened then, but okay, let me talk about this first. Sorry. Okay, let's look at it, please. I could wipe my screen. I just want us to have deep understanding of this. Okay, you could see now, once price traded and delivered, it got to the high and it started going low. Remember, there was news. I don't trade the news. See what happened. Let me show you. Why I saw this trade, but I didn't take it. Why? Look at. This is where most traders could be trapped. I don't like when I learned this concept clearly from Stacy, he said something. He loves seeing price in a box, and how price reacts at the high or the low will tell what he will do. When I saw this after the news, this whole bar was just, look at it, 4 hours, right? This bar, high and low. I was waiting to see if I could get a trade down low. That was what I was waiting for. If I could get a trade down low to take price going back high. But what happened was news swept both sides and stopped inside and started coiling for the dump. I don't want to guess, so I didn't trade it. I just want to show us how to avoid that. Now see this. Let me take this out. This is a box. This is the box. Look at it here. There's the box. I want to show you how different it is from the trade I took. There's a box, and we are trading inside. 9 o'clock opened, and that is a new 4-hour bar. And if you look at this very bar, on 1 hour, it closed in breakout, and it came back down to mitigate the low. Look at this closely. When it closed and 9 o'clock opened, we are going back to 15 minutes. I want to show you something. Assuming that this is higher high, right? Now price is going down. And as it's going down, I told you something, that sellers have a behavior. And what behavior is that? Excuse me, I didn't take this straight, but I want to show you. Their behavior is they give a series of lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. If I was gonna take a trade to buy, I was looking at buying low, but I want to see where first I got, before it gets to the low, let it change character before it gets here. But what happened? It didn't change character. Rather, it's giving us reasons to continue going low. After this, let me show you. This news candle waited for the 15 minutes bar to be closed. The next bar was an inside bar. Then I start looking at the high and the low of the inside bar. What happened? Price came first. I didn't take this trade, but I want to show us. And mitigated the high. We are in a box. It mitigated the high and started going low. The next bar gave us lower low. The next bar pumped, and what do we see? Dump. Remember, no bullish momentum. How true is that? Look at this. Let's look at it. Price is going down. This is the low, and this is the high. This is the low. This is the high. This is the low. It broke high, yeah. You would have said, oh, let me go in for the kill. But you have forgotten that from 15 minutes time frame, let's look at it very well. From 15 minutes time frame, look at how the bar closed. We have bearish momentum. All there is trapping buyers to go long. Please watch my videos. I've explained this kind of setup over and over again. Lower low, higher high for the what? Dump. So now let's go on. 1 minute. So when we got to that level, remember, okay, if that is the level, let's look at this person coming. If this is higher high, okay, let's assume we are correct. Price is going low. Remember what I told you I want to see before placing my entry. I want to see reasons whereby sellers are faded out and then buyers are coming in. Now, assuming This is higher high. We are correct. Let me say that, yeah, we are correct. Let's look at it. I just want to show you something. Which if you're looking at it like higher high, you would have missed the opportunity. Look at it here. It was very clear. Around 9. But see what happened? Price kept going down, kept going down. We are looking for where price will engulf a bullish or rather bearish momentum. But there was not a place, and see this. Instead of it engulfing and start going high, it gave us lower high, came back here, which would have fooled so many traders to start buying, but not what me and you are looking for. So price came to this low, fooled so many people again to go in. Only that the high and the low, look at the point, none was mitigated. So that is a box again. I just want to show you. I don't like solving maths whilst trading. So this is quite complex, but whichever way, let's go on. So price started going. It didn't get to that level and walked the high in 3 pushes. Took out the high again and started going low. What happened is this. All you are seeing here is traders getting trapped. And this is a dead giveaway that price is going to fall. Why? Nothing stopping price at this point from falling. Why? Pump, coil, and then dump. Hope you understand. This is very simple. It's very easy. Why? Because once the news happened, it threw the candle high, and buyers are forcing themselves to buy or looking for places to buy, whereas price is already coiled with the space, then dump. I didn't take this trade, I won't lie to you. But if I was going to take it, this is how I would have taken it. How? All these are noise. What you do is the minimum time frame at which I get my level from is where? 15 minutes. All I do with 1 minute is just for entry. Please, I don't really do much on 1 minute. Please don't go and start figuring out the 1 minute chart. You'll be trapped. See views here. Once you miss this, which is a clear and a dead giveaway that is going to happen. See what happened? Immediately price came back up here. Take your trade. At first, you'll be scared. But once you're used to it, you'll know that this is what price will keep on doing. It repeats itself. And what do we have there is simple. We have from this level, pump, coil. Look at the coil here. Coil with news, trapping buyers for the dump. Where do you think we are going? Somewhere, or maybe we go back to the low and continue with the first red day pieces going low. Let's look at gold. Sorry, do we understand that? Please, if there's any question, ask me, please. And let's do gold quickly. So see what happened. If we go to day chart, look at what I'm doing today. I'm doing my best to help us filter the bad, the good from the bad, and leave the bad. That is what I want us to do. So look at what happened. Let's look at this now. Same behavior. You could see that price is doing the same thing over and again. Price will break out, pull back, continue in direction of the breakout. That was what happened here. So now let's go on. See what happened now. Yeah, price broke out. This breakout broke with a momentum. That means it shows us that buyers are heavier than sellers in this market. You can see the high and the low. The high was mitigated, the low was left. So when price actually broke that level, what happened? It gave us swing low, swing high. That is a box. See the box again. This high, and where's the low? This is the low. Until this level or this level is broken, we are still in a bullish momentum. And look at, I'm going to today. Sorry, that is why I'm doing this. Look at the low here. This is going to help you a whole lot. Look at the low. It was broken, right? This was the part price was broken from. So let's just look at, I want to do this. This is the low here now. The new low, I'm sorry. When it is broken, price should go down. So this is the new high. Sorry, my drawing is not straight. Sorry, just a minute. What I'm just drawing to you guys are swing points. If you can't see them, trust me, it's going to be really, really difficult. Do you see it? There's a box. You can see that market or price is always in a box, any time frame. If you can find the box, you just be smiling. So this is the lowest point and this is the highest point. And what happened? Price broke out. It gave me a low, swing low. Where is the swing high? Is the swing high? You can see, even the price came down at any point. Look at it. The low was not mitigated. It came close here. So what does it tell us? That we are still strongly in a bullish momentum. Though this was a strong correction, then what do we have? We have higher on the inside for the dump and the pump. Price broke out. Now let's look at inside and see what we are looking at. We see that price has broken out. So this is the lowest point. But now we're looking at the breakout. Price broke out, which is now. Forget every other thing and look at this with me. Please, this is how you should trade. Look at it. So you see, this is where we are. So now price broke out. What happened? It's dumped, giving us an opportunity to buy low. You could see it. We buy low. Went high again. Went high again. Now broke the high of December and closed in breakout. Did you see? This is now in our watch list. This happened to be the high. And this happened to be our new high before the high was mitigated. Let's go through it. Now look at it again, please, slowly and steadily. Price is on what? On a bullish momentum. Do not fight it. Look at it. Please, any question, anybody, any question? Remember, 1 or 2 good trade setup per week is enough. I took a trade on gold yesterday, and I took a trade again today. So I'm going to be showing us how I took this trade, and I took this one. Let's look at it. So you see price closing breakout. It brought this instrument into our watch list. I will also show you a trade that Stacy Buck took, but I didn't take that because I'm not a professional. I'm not so good at that. Left for Stacy, he's the boss. I pray to be like him someday. Okay, let's go back. For our chart, let's work on this. Now, for us, we are in breakout. Watch this. DJ, you asked a question. Doran, I'm not calling you today, so sorry. I have a new friend. DJ is my new friend. So look at the first trading bar. Look at it. Let's take out. Let's take out every other thing. Like they've not happened. They've not happened. This is where you'll be able to take your trade and relax. You know that it's going to deliver. Let me show you. See what happened. This is a bar that broke out and closed in breakout. Remember I told us this, that if it doesn't trigger any level on Monday, it's trading inside. I'm not interested. Let it trigger daily level. Then on Monday, I could start trading. But see now, closing breakout. How did Asia trade? He traded inside this bar. It's an inside bar. You could see similar to what we traded on GBP USD. See now, close inside bar. And see what happened. The London section closed in what? Where breakout. Remember, from higher time frame, all we know is that momentum is bullish. I want to show us this. Now see, this is the new box, 4-hour box. Look at this one here. Let me show you. The breakout bar. That is it. Before our timing window. You could see it. That's the box. Good. Now let's go to, I'll take out this box so that I don't get guys confused. Let's go to 1 hour. What I'm doing is this. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible so that once we are trading, we are not guessing. We know what we're doing. In the matter of fact, I'm looking at dropping most of my I've even dropped some of my basket because I find out that, well, I'll talk about it before the end of the class today. But let's walk first. So look at it. Let's look at it very well. It's the same thing price will always do. Oh, what happened? Sorry, I'm back. So now let's look at it. We have already gotten our level. This was the inside bar level that was broken out. You see, price broke out and came back. I'm not trading in the gap time. And it came back and it mitigated the low. Maybe you are trading the gap time. I don't know. But what happened? Price blasted and started going high. That means, look at, we are trading at the eye of this box, this very box that we were trading inside before. This very box, you could see. We are now at the eye. That means the range have expanded. This was the trade Stacy took coming back down. Coming back down. I will show us how, not to worry. But when Stacy was done, I got in and I took price back up. I'm the dull trader. But anyway, my setup was present. Why? I. Most traders are thinking of selling. But what happened? Price, yes, it gave them clue and told them, yes, you are right, sell. But I've told us that once momentum is bullish, I'm not thinking about, for any reason, selling until which price got to the level Stacy got it trade. Until price sets up like how Stacy traded. Why? Because it pumped into you, then you dump. But see what happened? Immediately it's dumped. It was dumping. I was outside watching, and immediately it triggered this slow. It gave me a clue. Remember, it broke the box. This 1 hour bar closing breakout. If it was to fail, I want this bar to close also in breakout. That means momentum is still bullish. So when it came back to this low, without force mitigating the high, that was about where I went in. But let me show you this. So you see from 15 minutes time frame, you could see it clearly now. This is now higher high. Now let's go back to what I just explained on higher time frame. This is a low and this is a high. Swing point. Remember, I told us just now. You can see the swing point. If it breaks the low, then I know that we have moved from where? Bullish momentum to bearish momentum. If I want, I look for retracement and start looking for sell, maybe for a scalp, nail and build. Why is it called nail and build? Is because you are going against the overall trend. So what Stacy took here was nail and build. Perfect trade. I'll show you. So when price came back down, had already given me higher high. I started taking my trade. I placed my entry around here. But if you didn't, what happened? Price gave you higher high inside the which is dump after the higher high. 10 o'clock opened. Another secret. When 10 o'clock opened, there was gap up here. So what happened is we have already gotten higher high. I guess this was where Snipe got in and got a trade. Easy trade setup. I was here and I was here. Stacy was here. But why did Stacy take that trade? It broke the level. Look at it, the big box. It broke it and we are at the high. And price sets up right. Let me show how it sets up right. Is what? Trapping buyers, forcing them to take higher position. What's happening? Take higher position after the breakout and then price dumped. Now let's go back and see my entry model. If it would have given us any trade down from up here, down here, or anywhere. Let's see. Beautiful. Let's go on. I'm excited today. I don't know why. Why I'm excited is this. I believe you guys are getting it clearly now. And that's what matters. So see what happened. See how Stacy took his trade. So what happened was price broke out and it was trading into 9 o'clock. It traded into 9 o'clock. And firstly, it locked the high. The high was locked in. You could see. Why is the high locked in? Look at the last bearish, rather. bullish candle, it was engulfed. This three candle, though that was not where it took a trade, but this three candle is a reversal pattern. Lower low, kept going low. Hello? Hello? Sorry about that. Shouldn't come again. Sorry. Um, sorry about that. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you guys hear me? Oh, Jesus. Can you guys see my screen? And can you guys hear me? I can't even see my screen. You guys should answer me, please. I'm not seeing my screen.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Just a minute. I want to find Zoom. Where's the stuff now? Just a minute, please. Right here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If you can see my screen, then let's go on. Okay. Beautiful. So, where can you see my screen moving? Is it moving at your place? Can you see everything I'm doing? Don't know what's happening. Are you guys with me? Oh Lord.
Yes, we are.
Okay. My screen is loading back, sorry. My screen is loading back. Just a minute. DJ and every other person, the training proper is started. So don't think because I'm looking at just yesterday's trade and other day's trade, I've not started showing you what it is. It's the same thing over and again. In the matter of fact, you get so tired of seeing the same pattern that you start wondering that is this what Stacy is saying? So whenever you come to my training, I do my best to replicate what I've seen Stacy doing over the years. I'm sorry, you might be wondering why don't I use the number box, the color box, and all that. Is because what I'm doing with us is I want to ingrain the strategy, not strategy to be precise. I want us to be able to read price because once you're able to read price, every other thing will just be noise. You know what to do. So see price is going high. You could see this behavior when you see price running away once the section is about to open, which is 9 o'clock we're looking at. Price is running away. Be rest assured that market makers are trapping buyers. And after that happened, look at this very candle, the pin, Stacy was already in. And where did he take his profit? Down here. Good. So look at me. When I came to the chart, I saw price had already come this low. And my information from higher time frame had already given me clue that this move is on a higher high. And aside that, we are trading at the eye of the box. Though we barely came into the box, we didn't mitigate any of the swing points. And see what happened. Assume that nothing happened until you came to your chart, that this is what you're just having. Dump into your section. This was about where I took. Immediately, this bar was engulfed. But we have higher high. Price came back down, gave us higher high again. And it's coiling around 10. When it got to 10, look at this. Work with timing, behavior of price, and level. Price is dumping. Look at this. That was where I took my second entry. Where? Engulfment. Immediately it was coming low. I'm not jumping into the trade. I want to see reasons why I should go in. This bearish bar had already given me a clue that sellers are being trapped. How will I know? Until the eye of that bar got mitigated, then I placed my entry one bar stop to target the high. Yeah, did you get it? So that is about the trade I took yesterday. Then today's New York section, I did the same thing. Let me show us that. Then we start looking at it critically based on the schematic, the drawing we had, because that drawing is truly what you need. Learning how to buy low and sell high. Let's go into it. Let's round up this first. So the last trade I took today, we are in breakout. I got that information. Let's look at 4 hours chart. See the bars. The bar before, let's look at this. The bar before my trade. Look at it. This very bar. I'm looking at the high, the low, and the high. You can see what do we have here? Learn easy trade setup. Price broke out from this bar. All the areas I'm looking for whilst we're inside, I was looking at let price come to the high and give me reason to sell. Or rather, if I want to buy, I was thinking price should come and mitigate the low first, and then I buy. But what happened? Price did whatever it wants to do. It closed in breakout. Let's look at it from this time frame. I guess around 8:30 there was news. So I wasn't thinking of chasing price. I allowed price to go high. And all I have now is this. Aside the fact that price gave us a trade by 7, look at it, by 7 thereabout, right? Which I didn't take because there was news at 8. Don't just trade randomly. Let there be a reason before you go in. What you're seeing here, I love seeing it. And if you have been with me for a while, you will have started seeing that this stuff is really powerful. Is where traders are trapped, then price moved. What do we have? Look at this price set up real well. Starting from here, what do you have? 1, 2, and the third push to the low. And then what we have price giving us a breakout, pull back. We should be thinking continue. But when 10 opened, price had already pushed traders, forcing them to buy high. And what do I have? I have 1 hour bar closing breakout, 2 and 3. They're all in breakout. Let's make it clear. Once I saw that price is trapping buyers first, remember we're in breakout. It's only 3 things market will do: breakout, pull back, and continue, or breakout and fail. That is the box we broke out from. And price went high, and see what happened. 15 minutes bar. What happened after the close of this bar? We have first price have locked in the high. You could see this did not tap the high for me to start saying I want to sell, but it had already locked in the high and giving me lower low. Silence, lower low. Look at it here at a level. Going back to 1 minute. What happened? That lower low is now cleared. Now let me show you how traders get trapped. get trapped, but not me and you. So now let's go into it. We know that price had already locked in the high. It didn't just lock the high, it gave us a shortened M formation. Did you get it? So if you had come to trade, you see that price, look at this, for example, that's already given us W formation. Walk with me. But after that W formation was created, at no point was any swing point mitigated. But now it's giving us higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low. Do you see the concept behind lower low? You shouldn't just call anything lower low. There is a what? Change in character. Price is going down. Now started coming up. Let's see how I took my trade so that we will be able to replicate the same. This is the level at which price broke out from. It started going high. Yeah, it pinned the high, but look at this very bar. Did it engulf this level, this very bullish bar? No, it didn't. So for me, I see this as one push to the high, two pushes to the high, came down, everybody jumping in and taking the sell. No, I don't like that. I want to see a clear engulfment of the bullish, last bullish candle. But now give me one push, two pushes, three pushes, pin. Look at the last bullish candle, engulfment. Trust me, I'd already taken my position right here. Right here when it closed. Not, please don't get too fast. Watch price. Let it close. Let it close. You can wait for 1 minute. Wait for it. You have done all the work and now you're in 1 minute chart. You are running into trade. No, don't do that. Remember, this level is from where? 15 minutes chart. And it got back there and gave me this trade. Where did it get back to? To the eye of the box. This is nail and bill. Why? Momentum is strongly bullish. Did you get it? Beautiful. Now let's start working. First thing I want us to know is this: stand out of your own way. Don't become the weapon that fashion against your own self. Let's do this. Let me like this. Move on drawing. But before going to it strictly, any question? Any question, anybody?
Yeah, I don't understand why you were putting the push. You said pushed 1, 2, 3 times.
Oh, okay.
Could
Let
you,
me go back.
yeah,
Go.
on the 1 minute. I think you were on the 1 minute just before you took your trade.
Okay. Yeah. Let's look at it. Remember, look at it. It's even very clear. This, let me get it very clear to you. That was a breakout when the high was locked in. Now price walked itself back. What I want you to get is this. Firstly, when price is going high, you might mark this very bar as the bar want to be engulfed, and you say this engulfs it. No, what I want you to see is let it be engulfed up high, like this. Let me show you. See this one now, for example. But this bar was too big, showing bearish momentum. But now, once there is a breakout, remember, momentum have been shifted first. You get it? Once
Yeah.
momentum shifts, that is when I start counting back up. looking at the bullish candles. You get it? The bullish momentum, that is what I'm looking at now. I don't know if you get it. Dorian, are you there?
Yeah.
So it went up, one push, two pushes, three times. I'm not taking any trade until I see this close and engulfed this bar closing as an engulfment bar. That is when I should go in. Did you get it? Did you
Yeah.
get it? Let me show you this again. You can see now, this is lower low, it's pumped back high. See again, price even got to this low and it's going high. I'm not saying you should take this trade, but I want to show you something so clean so that you understand that is the same thing we are doing over and over again. So you see, after price started trading on the inside, if you look at this bar very well, this very bar, this very bar, this one, and this one, you could see that this last bar, let me show you this one. That is why I said, if you can read the lower time frame, finish your duty first on the higher time frame. See this. Though this was the trade we took, this one was the trade I just showed. But if you look at this, the same kind of setup happened here. If you see what happened, price, first of all, what happened here? Can you hear me? Are you there?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, sorry, my system is just messing up. What is happening now? Sorry, please, just a minute. I don't like this. Why is it today that we're having this class?
You can see the pushes clearly on the 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm just trying to log in. It's showing offline on my system. Okay, I'm in now. Okay, are you done? Come on now. Okay, my screen is loading. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello? Can you see my screen? Okay, it's coming on.
Yeah.
It's coming on, just a minute. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, I'm amazed. The students I want to be here, they're not here again. I don't know what happened. DJ, and so I will just work with you guys the way we used to work. So let's look at this. So you see, if you say you didn't see this bar very well as a lower low, what happened? Price confirmed it by breaking this bar, which is now lower low, and then pumped back to the high and around 11 gave us similar trade. You could see it. So let's go back to 1 minute and just look at it. That is not the trade I did take. The one I took was this one. But look at this one. It broke out and it traded back to it. Look at immediately. You see, this is lower low. Immediately it took the high. It engulfs, knowing that buyers got trapped. So this is another opportunity to what? Sell high. It presents 2 times for what? Nail and bill. Why is price not running away? Remember, momentum is what? Bullish. And as long as momentum is bullish and you are going against the trend, you think about what? Scalping. I bet I've said this before. Once your trade is set up, take your trade in line with momentum. then you can hold your trade. But when it's not in line with momentum, just scalp. Gold can easily give you 100 pips. Easily. It can deliver in no time. And that is what happened here. This is even more than 100, giving you close to about 200 pips. Now let's go back into it. So now what I'm saying is this. Market maker will always show you its hand before moving in any direction. What you need to master, which I've showed, is this. The daily time frame. Remember who is driving the move, who is in control. Don't just jump into the market blindly because you want to take trade. No, market makers are going to beat you blue black. Look at this again. Walk with me. After this slow, let me use this to explain. Look at this slow. After this slow, we have the highest trading swing point to be this. So therefore, we have a box. Let me show you the box. This is a low. You could see that is a low, and this is a high. See what market makers are doing. They created a shortened W, broke out, came back, and continued. At no point, let's look at the lows. At no point, the lows, the swing low, you can see them? Because when market is in a bullish momentum, it will keep giving you higher high and higher low. Keep going high. You can see this is the low here. This is the high. This is a new high. But this is the low right here. Now this is the low. Where is the high? This is the high. Barely took the high, which now gave us first red day. Coming back. This is the low. What happened? Price broke out of the low. Please, at this point, what I want to ask you is this. Where is the momentum? Can you answer me, Doran? Who is in control now?
The
Are you guys
sellers.
there?
The sellers.
Sellers are now in the market. So, if I got an opportunity to buy, does it mean I shouldn't take them? I will. But my buy will not be long-lived like this. But my sell will be long-lived. But for now, price has given us 1 day of pullback, closing breakout. Will you call this first green day? Yes, but that could be a trap, just like this one. This. Despite the fact it's going low, it gave me reasons to buy today. I took the trade. Is what I want you to get cleared. Even if it's come this way, this could be higher high, and price could keep on going high. I am not predicting price. What I'm waiting for is to see price behave rightly. But if it comes and breaks this low, I know that we have now moved from where? Backside or front side to backside. Then, as I'm taking my trade, I'm thinking more when I'm selling to hold my sell and short-lived my buy. That is the concept that will save you from any noise. Learn this. See, this is lower high, lower low. Why did I say that? This high compared to this high. And again, it broke the low. And it kept coming low. Remember, we are not looking to find the direction. We are only looking at taking well-informed trade by knowing the momentum of the market and then using it to our advantage. I don't know if you get that. Hello, did you get that? Hello? Dorian, can you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
So, if it's noisy and you can't read it, do not take the trade. If this is lower low, see what price did. How many times did it push high? One push, two pushes, three pushes, and then we got our parabolic shot. You got it. Price will always move from level to level. Similar, three pushes high, giving us first red day and then dump. But even as price is dumping, it's giving us levels and reasons where to take trade. Let's look at this going high and this coming low. This will help us a whole lot. Why I'm doing this now is because I find out that the new students are out. So I want to take my time to work with you and AOC so that when next we have a class and they have the time, I'll be able to show some more to help them. But let me help you guys now. Look at pumping high, went low. Pumping high, went low again. And started going high. But what we want to see is this. Price only do three things. It breaks out, it pulls back, and continue in direction of the breakout. Inside bar, but this breakout. But there's something you should understand. That once you have gotten your signal day and you know what price is doing in terms of its behavior, you will not be trapped. This is quite clear. See, from this place, price is dumping. You might wonder where to take this trade. Watch this very bar. Look at the eye of the bar. Look at it here. And look at the low of this bar, which happened to be the lowest point at which price traded yesterday. You see what happened? Despite the fact price closed back inside this bar, what information has it given us? It's giving us what? Higher high for the what? Dump and the pump. Look at it. Look at these levels. Look at all these bars. Is there any bar after this bar you see an higher high? No, rather this is a box. And every other candle was trading inside, even though it gave us a reason to buy low right here. But this is a dead giveaway, giving us higher high for the dump and the pump. Did you see it? If you can see it, you can't unsee it. Let's go to 1 hour. So you see what happened. Price traded Look at that box. It matters. Price broke the eye of the box. There was news around 8. Even at that, price still broke out of the box. Sorry. It broke out of the box. What was happening? It broke out, and after the news, traded around the high, still again 9, giving us higher high. An higher high is a recipe for what? Higher high is a recipe for what? Dump, breakout bar, giving us another clue. I didn't take this trade, I'm just showing us. Breakout bar again, more confirmation that buyers are heavy more than sellers. Now price is dumping low. Let's look at, we have established that we have broken out of a box and we're in a new box, and price is going low. So all we want to see is reason to take a trade. Where is that level we're looking at? Don't think is this. Look at again from this level. Just sit back and let price set up. You see what price did? It's coming low. Look at this last bearish bar. See what I would do here? The low. Look at the low of the bar. The low and then the high of the bar. You could see. That is the bar, right? Price traded to the low. And then look at the last bearish close. Remember, we have gotten our momentum to be all bearish, but we don't just want to jump into the market blindly. So what happened? Even on 1 minute, I told you it could give us, sorry, I'm coming. For my schematic, what I drew from beginning, you could see what happened. Price gave us a box, move you. Box broke out, closed back inside, which is higher high. Now walk back and then walked the low engulfment. Didn't only engulf this last bearish close, but look at this bearish close. It engulfs it. Look at it here. Not a coincidence. Market makers got this planned. You don't know what you are doing, you will suffer. In respect to time, what happened? What time is this? 10 o'clock bar. Came back to retest that level. That is your trade. And look at, price did not come back. If you come back tomorrow, any other day, wake me up from my sleep, this is the same thing over and over and over again. And this is giving us 2 full range extension, which is fine. It's easy trade setup. Please, is this difficult to understand? Doran, is it difficult to understand? Did you
I think I have to keep on I have to keep on noticing them now and marking them. Then
And one thing is this: stay out of the noise and use the timing to your advantage. What time in particular is this move most likely going to happen? You can write this down. In London section, I usually love seeing my trade after 3 a.m. New York time. Anything then, I start looking for my trade. Another time again, I like looking for is New York after the market, equity market open. I love looking for my trade around that time. Invariably, that means for currency, like you could see me trading anything past 8:30, 9:30. But when it comes to gold, I'm usually looking at it at 9:30, 10, 10:30 or about. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. Once you are in front of your screen, no matter how tempted you are, do not, for now, until you gain mastery, do not trade the first hour. Let it go and see how that sets up to the next hour. Any instrument you pick, that there is definitely a move, you'll be able to read price. How do we see this? Look at this again was a box, the high and the low. Same behavior looking at EURUSD, GBP That is a box, right? Now let's go to 1 hour. Let's just have understanding. So see what happened first. Price pump into that section. We have gotten our clarity from higher time frame that though we have not yet stepped into the how do you call it again? Bullish or rather bearish drive. But what we have price pumping 2, 3 onto the high, and it's giving us a pattern which we understand. Head and shoulder pattern, not yet mitigated the last swing low, which is this. But let's look at it. If you come into the day of trading, what happened? Since we're in a box, it can be complex. But what I showed you now is before you start thinking of taking a bullish or a bearish momentum, be very certain, are we in a buy program or are we selling? Look at what market makers did. Most definitely, they broke out, came back, but at no point after this low, let's even assume that this is higher high. But what happened? After that happened, let's look at it from 1 minute to see that very well, honestly. After that happened, you would have come in and say, okay, look at what happened. Price actually came back down in 1 push, 2 pushes, 3 pushes, and started going high. And went high in 1 push, 2 pushes, 3 pushes. Now gave us lower low. Learn to read the behavior of price. Most definitely, it gave us higher high and got buyers trapped. If you are taking down low, which I can't see anything of meaning down low, but whichever way, when price came to this level, all there is I am waiting for is to see where there is a change in character. If I want to still sell low, sell high rather, but remember, price pumped and gave us a space. This gave us a trade. But if you compare it to this, the question is, which one do you think is cleaner and which one would you have taken? You get it? So you learn to compare and then pick only the easiest and then trade it. That is all. You don't have to be everywhere. No. One trade is enough. Did you get it, Dorian?
Yes.
So what you need to do is to sit back and keep asking yourself questions, even if you go to monthly chart. Is it the same thing happening? Let me remove this. Even if you go to monthly chart, let me use NAS 100. Monthly chart. Is it the same thing happening? Remember, price or the market is fractal in nature. Every time thing that happens on a lower time frame will definitely be the same thing happening on a higher time frame. What do we have here? Buyers are driving the moons. Then what do we have when you go to the high? It gave us lower low, broke this level, and then where did the pump really started from the last low? What happened? Price dumped back to that level. Now what do you have? Dump and pump. And what do you have again? Pump and what? Dump. This is monthly chart. Same behavior. Trapping buyers, forcing them to buy high, then swept the floor. It happens all the time, all the time. But your duty is to stay out of the noise. Look at this. Dump. One push, two pushes, three pushes. W formation for the what? Pump. Same concept. Let's go to daily chart and let's see if it's true. So remember, once buyers are in the market, what will happen is the low, it will be creating series of higher high and higher low. Now in this situation, see what happened. Price is dumping low. Let's look at the swing point. Swing point. You might say this is higher high. How is this higher high? Let's look at it. This is a level. I don't want to look at the months now. I just want to show us. See, price is dumping. This is lower low, high. Are you seeing? Lower low again. Sorry. Lower high, lower low. It pumped back to this level. But look at the box. Look at it here. Before you start looking at the daily templates, day 1, day 2, day 3, have an understanding of what market is doing. So what happened? It came to the low. Sorry. What happened? Price came to the low and started going high. Yes, there could be places where you could take some good buy opportunity. But see clear, since this market is going low, it came and it gave us a W formation. Now it walked the low and gave us a reason to buy low. Why not take it? It went, giving us 3 days of higher closes against the momentum. If they present, why not take them? And see what happened. Immediately after that, we got our first red day after 3 higher closes. Did you get it? Gave us first red day. What happened? That means we are now back in the momentum which have been coming from this month. Heavy dump. So you see price now going low. Triggered the low. So what's happening? Hope you're seeing what I'm doing right. Now, when price broke out, it gave us reasons to buy. Why not buy? But when it got to the high, day 1, day 2, day 3, a reversal, like I told you, is the same thing over and again. I'm just trying to help you to stay out of the noise. Why? Because you might come and be forcing things. This is day 1, day 1's behavior, day 2, day 3 continuation, which happens to be day 2. Why? On Tuesday. And we have 2 days of breakout traders, but the high again was triggered, which is now day 1 long, day 2 long, day 3 long for the dump. What do we have? Pump and then dump. You got it. After 3 days of longs in the market, then went low. Monday started. Day 1, field breakout. Day 2, breakout. Day 3, reversal. Parabolic trade setup. And price kept going low. Day 3, day 1. Day 2, breakout. Day 3, Friday. Trend continuation. Same thing. Look at again. Gave us W formation, broke out. But it gave us reason to take a trade after price took out the low. So we have first green day at where? The extreme. Where is it happening? Extreme. Once price have taken its flight, where do we target? You can see what we have now. Dump and price started going high for the pump. So you see after higher high was created, we have price going back to the low. Why I'm doing this is because it's the same thing market maker will keep on doing. Read price so that you will be safe when trading. So look at this. After the higher high was created, it walked back to the low. One push, two pushes, no, rather two pushes, three pushes back to the low. And when that happened, we got our parabolic trade going back up. Now we are still in bullish momentum. Now bulls are in the market. What do we see? The lows are being protected. You could see the lows are being protected. Price is going high. Price is going high. I just want you to see this. Even though it's going high, it broke out and is going down. Look at pull back, continue, pull back to where the breakout level. Still, this is the low and this is the high. So price only expanded, but the lows were not triggered. So you have opportunity to keep looking for buy low setup. And when it got to this side, remember this now is a swing point, swing low. Let's mark it. See what happened? Price started going high, going high, and it got to this level, which is on Thursday. And when it got to this level, price is going high. You would have said, oh, let me not take this trade. Only that maybe it gave us a sell high opportunity. That happened, but I wouldn't have taken this trade if firstly the low was not mitigated, which was this low. So it went high trapping buyers and then went down. And then started the process again going high. Lows will be protected when it's going high, when it's going high. But when it's turned, it will be targeting the low, the low. Got it? Price always repeats itself. So your duty is to stay out of the noise and look for the best. So if you see this, for example, see this is the highest point at which price traded. I'm sorry, I want you to understand this very well. Going low, going low, no time. The highs were taken, so therefore, this is lower high, going low, lower high still, going low. This also gave you a trade, lower high. And then it came to the low, this very low, which also happened to be low of month. That happened to be first green day and started trading high. And when it's going high, the first target you should know is this very level. That was what price did. And when it broke out, it kept going high and it got again to this swing point. And what do we have now? We have swing low, we have swing high. So we are only trading inside this momentum, though you would say they have taken the low, no doubt. Look at it very well. Yeah, that swing point was taken, but price kept going low, right? The new month, I best, December. This is November. This is December. A new month, a new template. So that should be my first green day for the new month. Started pumping high. Remember now, once buyers are in, I'm not thinking at all at any time to take a sell. I will show you something. You see, it took the low, giving us reason to buy. Went high again. Now see what happened. This happened to be, what day is this? Tuesday. Give us a day one setup, but breakout, breakout, broke the high first. That means what happened now? See, let me show you something. The high was locked in. Just like lower time frame, you could see this engulfment giving us lower low. Came back to it and gave us one lower closes, two lower closes, three lower closes. Then what happened? Price turned around. But reason why is we are not just coming in and saying, no, I want to take a trade. You look at it from a level. This actually closing breakout. This is an inside bar. Then the next they traded for a dump and a pump. Took the high again. Just stay out of the noise. That is the main point. Have reasons behind your trade. Giving us higher high, dumping. Now give us a trade. From the high. Firstly, it took the high. What do I think? I think sell. But look at this very day. It triggered the high but closed back inside. At no point I was looking at anything here until the high is mitigated. Remember, even though all the move that is happening, if you look at it very well, this seems to be lower low, stemming to trap traders targeting this level. But see now, we seem to be in a crossroad. But what we have now, we have one push, we have two pushes. Do not decide for price. When it got to this level, you wait, immediately mitigates the high. Let's look at that. That will help us a lot. When it mitigated the high, that is when I'm interested to start looking for trade. And did it set up? That is what you ask yourself. That is a box. Though this is a box, but this level also is important because it's the high of previous day. So I go back to 1 hour just to see what price is doing and see what happened. All happened is price got to this level, 9 thereabouts. Let me see something. 9 o'clock is pumping high. I want to see at this point because market is strongly trending high. You go to and it has taken the high. So what I want to see is the only thing is it came quite late, giving me lower low for the pump and then the dump. What I'm trying to point out here is this. Even though you love trading indices, if it's not set up for the day, look for what is set up. Take trade that is easy, zero stress, zero emotion. There are some days where you scalp, and there are some days where you go in with full size. Like today seems to be a scalping day. Why? Because price presented the way it did. Let's look at this, just a roundup. Still trading inside. If you're taking a trade, which I took a close, so just let me see which one is even looking so good today. Just want to see. This one was sweet, but again, news. Nice. Nice. I don't like it. I tend to like this. Sorry. I like this. This, by the way. So, in much ado, why I'm putting a pause to this today is because there is nothing new under the sun. It's the same thing over and over and over again. So you guys have seen this before. But what I would do is, because I was going in a different light today, which I would do next time. I had this new student coming into the class today, so I wanted to really do that to assist them. But you all already know what it is. Once buyers are trapped, you know what to do. You know when sellers are trapped, what to do. Don't just be in the noise. If it's not setting up right, I don't have any business trading. But once it sets up right, like this, look at breakout, lower low, pump, took out the high, easy trade. And I want to say this in closing. Please think about this as a marathon. Don't think about it like a dash. You are not in competition with anyone, including me. If you're better than me, glory be to God. But one thing I want you to get is that if you want to reproduce your result and you want to be in this business for a very long time, the truth is this: you have to master the word called patience and know it again. This is the most. If you don't know this, you will only be damaging your good result and your development thus far. The thing is this: learn to take less trade per week. Then you'll be able to find the best because you're only looking for truly two or three good best trade seller per week. And that is all. Once you get that and you're good at it, trust me, nothing will be able to stop you. So your major duty is to develop that only that you trade less per week. Imagine trading only New York section around 10. Everything would have lined up for you. Then you take your trade, one and done. Close your system, get out. Nobody will know what you're going through when you are struggling, and nobody should know what you're going through once you're enjoying the benefit of your sweat. So I will tell you this: all I'm showing you, does it happen? Yes. But the point is this: can you really, honestly wait for it? If you can't, I will tell you this: you only be doing yourself harm. Now, another clue is this: if you can't really get a quick trade, like I've shown you how to take my trade, the trade I take, I'm not my trade. What you do is this: just learn to stay back and wait to see when momentum is truly shifted. Then take your trade based on the prevailing momentum. The reason most of us fail is the fact that we take trade without first knowing what the market is telling us. It's not about direction, it's about the behavior of price at a particular level and timing. Once you know that, and you're able to hold yourself back, trust me, nothing will be able to stop you. I don't want you to be stopped this year. So the only thing you got to do